Biden's ATF Director bids farewell to the agency Friday as the Trump team readies for a second administration. One America's Chloe Hauxwell has more.
Time is up for ATF Director Steven Dettelbach. The self-proclaimed non-expert on firearms said goodbye Friday, choosing to resign before he could be unceremoniously fired by the incoming Trump administration.
Just like all the people here at ATF, I found it morally unacceptable to sit around and do nothing.
To kick things off, an iconic moment when the man in charge of the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms is unable to provide a simple definition.
Could you, in 15 seconds, would you define an assault weapon for me? If you go past 15 seconds, I'll just interrupt you.
No, so I'll go shorter than that because I honestly do think that's if Congress wishes to take that up, I think Congress would have to do the work, but we would be there to provide technical assistance. Unlike you, I'm not a firearms expert to the same extent as you may be.
Next, the time Thomas Massie called Dettelbach out for a spot he did on Face the Nation, where he is shown pleading with Americans to tattle on each other in a way to circumvent the law prohibiting a national firearm registry.
Somebody comes into your store in a border state and plunks down $12,000 cash money for one of these things, so that there's no credit card trail. I mean, my word, we hope that people will help us as Americans and continue to help us and not make that sale.
Okay. Are you aware that it's illegal for you to create a registry of gun owners in the United States?
I am.
And are you insinuating here that somebody can't buy a firearm with cash?
No.
So why should a dealer call you if somebody's going through a background check and tell you that somebody is using cash?
Another stunning moment from Massie calling Dettelbach out for demonizing millions of Americans for a firearm accessory invented to aid disabled veterans.
What is the punishment if somebody is convicted as a felon under having this piece of plastic?
If people are convicted of not following the Gun Control Act, it's a serious felony conviction, but that requires intent.
Can you just give me the number? Is it 10 years?
I believe it's a statutory maximum of 10 years.
10 years for owning a piece of plastic that you were told was legal and that you owned for a decade and that millions of people did? This is what offends the sensibilities of Americans.
The House Judiciary Committee also invited Dettelbach to testify after a nighttime no-knock raid on an airport executive's home, resulting in the murder of Brian Malinowski.
Is it common for ATF to turn off the power to a location prior to executing a search warrant?
Is it common for us to do that? Yeah. I do not believe it is a common thing that we do.
You're the director. You either know it is common or you don't know whether it's common.
I thought I answered the question. I'm sorry.
Then Representative Matt Gaetz asked for clarification about the ATF rule behind that raid, which requires anyone who makes a profit from selling firearms, whether it is their principal livelihood or not, to purchase an FFL.
For a regular person that, one form or another, acquires guns, and they're trying to figure out how many of these guns do I sell before I have to register as a dealer? What you're saying is there is no bright line there.
I'm saying that there is now more information than ever in the form of that rule for specific conduct-based.
I think just for a regular person, more information than ever is probably less helpful than if you sell 3 guns, you're not a dealer, and if you sell 4 guns, then you are a dealer.
Republicans tried their best over the last 4 years to keep Dettelbach and the ATF on a short leash, knowing his intentions.
It's clear that you came to ATF with an agenda, I believe, to infringe upon good law-abiding Americans' rights, and you're going to turn them into criminals with this regulation, and you seem to have no remorse about it.
But now, with the incoming Trump administration, the ATF may not be of much concern. Trump has yet to tap his pick to lead the agency, possibly with the hope it will be abolished. Chloe Hauxwell, One America News.
For all our viewers asking where One America News is heading in the future, we would like to introduce you to OAN Live. OAN Live is the best way to stay up to date on all of the hard-hitting, straight-shooting, national and international headlines. And the best part is, OAN Live is only $4.99 per month. All the credible, honest, unbiased reporting One America News offers at a fraction of the cost of cable. Just go to OANN.com to easily sign up for OAN Live and stay informed.